Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Vic, this is Windy, let's turn this way. So should you buy the Sony ZV-E10? That's a question a lot of you are asking yourselves right now. I am shooting this on the Sony a6600, not the Sony ZV-E10, but don't freak out because here's the big reason. The sensor that's in this camera, the Sony a6600, is the exact same sensor that you're going to find in the Sony ZV-E10. Easy. So this is kind of what you're going to see. HLG2, got an ND filter on, Sigma 16mm lens, we're shooting at 1/50 f2.5, so we've kind of got a blurry background and the image looks pretty good. But you're probably starting to wonder what's all the shaky footage about. See, it's fine when I stand still, but now when we're moving and we're walking around, it's a bit, well, there's a lot of jello going on. And that's the big problem with this whole sensor, because it is plagued with rolling shutter. Essentially means the sensor isn't fast enough from the readout and things are all kind of jello. Now, is it tolerable? Here's the thing with the Sony ZV-E10, however, you can actually stabilize the footage in post because the camera itself actually records the gyro data. So when you move it around, it can stabilize that a little bit better in post. It's going to give you a bit of a crop and it's not going to work miracles, but does it help? Is it tolerable? Maybe there's a trade-off in this whole thing because it's a bigger sensor. It's an APS-C sensor, meaning that it's going to look really good, 24 megapixels, 24.2 to be precise, and you're going to get nice depth of field depending on the lens. And the big thing really is it'll handle low light a lot better than something like the Sony ZV-1. And I'm going to fall here. Okay, yeah. Nope. So should you buy the Sony ZV-E10? See, the big thing really is the ability to swap out the lenses. I know a lot of people are comparing the Sony ZV-E10 to the ZV-1, really completely different cameras, but anyway, you can swap out the lenses. Like this is the Sigma 16mm lens, or this, the Sony 18 to 135mm lens, which is a kit lens, and the good thing with this is it's not a prime like the Sigma. You can zoom in, which yeah, or maybe you've got a need for insanely stupid big lenses like the Sigma 600mm, which is absolutely insane depending on what you want to do with it. Do you actually need all of that? Do you need those zoom lenses? And let me tell you, once you get the lens bind disease, yeah, it's really expensive. But who might say, maybe you do need a zoom lens, maybe you do need all those lenses because you have loads of options for depth of field and speed and everything. But should you buy the Sony ZV-E10? Sony's gimmicks, like product showcase where you hold something up and the camera locks focus onto that, it's not a gimmick, it works incredibly well. But is that something you need? Is that something where you're going to be holding a ton of stuff up to camera? Or not? Do you need that? Or maybe you need the headphone socket for some reason or another. So what the heck are you going to use the Sony ZV-E10 for? And that leads me to my question again. Should you buy the Sony ZV-E10? If you want to upgrade your current camera, maybe that's a couple of years old, and if you want insanely good autofocus, actually probably best in the world autofocus, and decent oversampled 4K video, which looks really good, and have a bunch of different lenses available to your disposal, then absolutely, the Sony ZV-E10 is 100% worth considering. It's probably actually the best bang for buck out there right now. It is genuinely a great camera, again, offering some serious value for money. But if you've got something like a Sony a6400, or maybe, just maybe, the Sony ZV-1, then you've got to be asking yourself some questions. So should you buy the Sony ZV-E10? That's not really the question you should be asking yourself. The question you need to ask yourself is, do you need to buy the Sony ZV-E10? Are you willing to learn how to ring all the bells and blow all the whistles that the Sony ZV-E10 is going to offer? And even if the answer is yes to all of the above, there's one really important thing that you need to keep in mind. No camera, not this one, not the Sony ZV-E10, not the Sony ZV-1, none of them. No selection of lenses, no gimmicks like product showcase that work really well. None of that will tell a better story, because here's the thing, cameras don't tell stories. You do, just not scenery. You tell the stories, just so we're clear.